Give it up for comedian Big John Small.
Thank you so much. Who's here to have fun tonight? Got a good-looking crowd here. Where are the couples? Are there any married couples here? Make some noise. Couple of you? Couple married couples? My wife and I have been married 24 years, and there was a guy who was getting ready to clap for that. It's okay. You can if you want to. That's not what that was for. But in addition to living together, we also work together. We do a radio program together, so every day we're together. And one morning on the radio, there's a story about the youngest ever member of MENSA. It's a genius organization, high IQ, 130 plus. And I'm reading this story. The youngest ever member at that time was a second grader. And I was like, I graduated early. It was from here on, but still. Well, like, maybe I could join this group. And my wife, who knows me better than anybody in the world, was like, yeah, we should just get back to work. The youngest member now, by the way, is 6 years old. But at the time of this story, second grader. And I was really thinking, I might be able to join. So I go on the internet, do an IQ test. 10 out of 10. Boom, genius. And my wife goes, so what's your IQ? I'm like, it's 10. Wait a minute. That doesn't seem high enough. So then I go on the internet and I type on Google, I go, how do you know if you're a genius? And it says, did you mean genius? I spelled it wrong. My wife points to the screen and goes, that's how you know. Not good. I do not belong in MENSA is what I'm trying to say. I found out the hardest way possible that I didn't know what the meaning of Netflix and chill was. Make some noise if you know what that means. A lot of you do. I won't ask the people who don't know because they're embarrassed. They won't say anything. But I'll tell you what Netflix and chill means. It means you're going to put on a movie and I'm going to just say make out because there are children present. So that's what Netflix and chill means. I know that now. I didn't know that a year ago. And I am the oldest comic in Sioux Falls. All of these youngsters were talking about this thing going on that weekend. They're like, you going to go? And I said, no, my kids are grown and gone. They're in their 20s, but they're going to come home this weekend and we're going to just Netflix and chill. After he was done laughing, he goes, don't ever say that again. Like I said, I do not belong in MENSA. When I was a kid, we didn't have Netflix and chill. We had VHS and stress. I mean, it's a whole different thing. Completely different process, I guarantee you. And I'm a fan of Netflix. I don't know if you guys ever watched the comedy on there, but like Kevin Hart and Adam Sandler, they do comedy specials, a bunch of comedy specials. But those two get $150 million per comedy special to do what I'm doing tonight for $150 million less than that. So I was so amazed, like about a month ago, I got an email from Netflix. I got an offer. All the movies I want to watch for $10 a month. It's a pretty good offer, I'm telling you. My daughter is in her 20s now, but when she still lived at home, I walked in the house one day and she was playing this video game and I go, oh wow, you're doing good. And she paused it. She goes, doing good what? And I said, on the video game. She goes, I'm not playing this game. I said, what are you doing? She was watching a video of somebody else playing a video game. Did you know that was a thing? It's a thing. It's been a thing for a while. These are gamers apparently. So I asked her the logical question. I said, why are you watching somebody else play the game? Why not just play the game yourself? And she said, well, you guys watch HGTV. Why don't you just fix your own house? We get ideas and then we do it. She's like, you watch Food Network. Why don't you cook your own food? I'm like, oh, trust me, we do. Then I got to thinking though, we also watch Forensic Files. And my wife is often telling me how they could have gotten away with it. Like the one, she's like, oh, rookie mistake. I'm like, what's the rookie mistake? She's like, oh, killed his wife, but he got a life insurance policy and killed her 2 months later. I'm like, so you're saying the 2 months was the problem, not the murdering his wife? How long should he have waited? Oh, at least 5 years. And I go, wait a minute, how long have I had my life insurance? 4 years, 11 months, 7 days. She's not supposed to know the days. So I was a wedding DJ for 23 years and I had so much fun, but that is a profession that when you're doing that, you discover that you're old. Like I didn't know that I was old until one day I discovered, wow, I'm old. Here is how I discovered. It was so sad. I'm at a middle school dance. I have this kid come up to me and he goes, hey, do you have 50 cents? And I reach in my pocket He's like, 50 Cent. I'm like, are those nickels? That's 50 Cent. I'm like, is that a band? It is, by the way. It's a guy. It's a dude. That's how long ago I turned old. I was so old even back then. And then his friend said something about my Limp Bizkit. I'm like, where are you getting your information, kid? And I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't do middle school dances anymore. I'm too old for that. So then I booked a senior prom at a senior center. It was adorable. Exactly what you just pictured. Sweet little old ladies in their dresses, guys wearing really nice suits, probably some Limp Bizkits. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying. I'm sure they don't know 50 Cent either. He's probably like 8-bit to them. I don't know. But I realized I don't know what to play here either. And I played the wrong song. I played the Hokey Pokey, and everybody put their left hip out. It was bad. Officially the dumbest joke of the evening, by the way. Where's my drinkers? Any drinkers in the crowd here? Make some noise if you're a drinker. A couple of you. My wife is a bit of a drinker. She does not have a drinking problem, but she does have a lot of drinking solutions. Like, we'll go to a water park that's west of here. It's kind of wild, but I won't say their name because I don't want to get in trouble. And they check your bag. You can't bring booze in there. She can, because she has a flask that looks like suntan lotion. Drinking solution, yeah. I never quite understood how they haven't caught on to the fact the lady sitting next to the pool orders a Coke and she's squirting, suntan lotion in there. Like, wouldn't that give it away? And then she had some, they look like little tampons, but it's little test tubes, and you fill them with booze. And I was like, that's interesting. And I don't know how many people usually carry. Is 48, is that a heavy flow? Is that a lot? This purse is heaping full of these things. You just never know. I want to be prepared. And then my daughter bought her a Vino purse. It's a true product. It looks like a purse from the outside, but inside the bladder, you can fill it with liquids. I'm assuming wine, probably why they call it the Vino purse. But she decided, she got this for Christmas a couple years ago. She decided New Year's Eve, I'm going to take that. And she didn't put wine in it, she put gin and tonics in it. I don't know how many gin and tonics fit in that purse, but the answer is too many gin and tonics. And first she had to get it all mixed just right. So she's like sampling, at the kitchen table, and she's got this little witch's kettle she's mixing up. And she finally gets the mix just right. And she takes a funnel and she's pouring it in the purse. And then we go to this place that we're going. Again, I won't say where it was because I don't want to get in trouble. But we went into an establishment in this community. Slosh, slosh, slosh. I'm like, there's no way you're going to get caught. Slosh, slosh, slosh. We get in there, and the first thing she does is sits the purse on the table. And then she says, watch my purse. I got to leave for a second. And I'm thinking, so I'm the one that's going to get arrested here. And she comes walking back with a gin and tonic in her hand. I'm like, did you forget that you brought 9 gallons of gin and tonics? She's like, I needed the glass. I'm like, oh, see? I would have messed that up. I would have probably brought a glass from home or drank it right from the purse. I don't know. So she pounds down that first gin and tonic. And then, like some sort of ninja master, she takes the purse under the table in one hand and the glass under the table in the other hand. And she's talking to people at the table. Oh, yeah, New Year's Eve. Yeah, this could be. Oh, yeah, Auld Lang Syne, of course, yeah. And then she brings it up, and it's completely full. Didn't spill a drop. I'm like, how did she do that? And she does that for the first 2 drinks. Third drink, she leaves the purse on the side of the table. She's just tapping it there. By about the 9th drink, she's just drinking right out of the purse. Like, oh, what could possibly go wrong here? All right, I got one last story before we get things started here. I'm going to admit to you, earlier I told you I don't belong in MENSA. This is probably a very good indication of that. I failed Spanish class on my very first day. And I took Spanish for 4 years. I don't remember any Spanish. But here's how I failed it on my first day. Because I got some people here giving me weird looks like, how do you fail on the first day? Oh, buckle up, let me tell you. This was the glorious time called the 1990s. And during that time, I had not yet been diagnosed with ADHD. I was just a naughty kid. So I got to sit right up front, which means I got to pick my Spanish name first. In the 1990s, we had a variety of really nice jeans. There were Z Calvarici jeans, there were Guess jeans. Well, there was a brand called Pepe jeans, and they were all the rage. The ladies liked those jeans. So I decided for my Spanish name, I'm going to be Pepe. So she asked me, and I go, I'll be Pepe. And she writes my name on the board, my last name, small, comma, Pepe. Some of you you caught on early. I'm thinking, I've miscalculated something. I sure hope nobody else notices that. And then a girl from the back of the room, a girl that I kind of liked, pipes up and says, "You picked the name Small Peepee? On purpose?" I failed Spanish class on the very first day. Like I said, I do not belong in Mensa. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. Are you excited for a great show tonight?